Color grading can make your footage look scenic or completely destroy it. And when you're working with different cameras, profiles, different light, that's where it gets messy. So in this video, I want to show you my actual color workflow and a tool that I tried on real travel projects that really surprised me. It's called Imagen Video and is available for Adobe Premiere and now even for DaVinci Resolve. And after using this tool, I'm happy to say that this video actually is supported by Imagen. And I think this tool will also spark a really interesting conversion about where color workflows are going. Travel films are beautiful to shoot, but post-production is where things can get painful. Because it's rarely just one clean camera in one clean lighting setup. For me, it's mostly the DJI Mavic 4 Pro in D-Log, a Lumix camera in V-Log, sometimes a Mini 5 Pro in D-Log M, 3 different camera sources and uncountable different lighting conditions. Let me know in the comments which camera gear you use. If you don't know how to handle the camera conditions and lighting conditions, you're lost. Actually, your footage is lost. And that's why color grading is about making the whole journey feel like one world. Color grading already starts when you shoot. First of all, you have to choose a color profile. If I know I want flexibility later, I choose a log profile. If I know I don't want to edit much and I just want to use this footage quickly, I use the normal color profile. But for literally 95% of all projects, I use D-Log on drones and V-Log on my cameras. That gives you more room to shape the image, especially in the highlights and shadows. Then exposure becomes huge because no AI tool, no plugin is magically going to make badly exposed footage look good. So always set it manually and make sure that on the screen of the camera it looks like what you imagined it to look like. And then there's white balance, which matters way more than you might think, because your clip drifting from cold to warm tone within the video, that's where grading gets messy fast. So whenever I don't forget it, I lock the white balance. On my Lumix camera, there's an auto white balance lock feature, which I assign to a button. I just press it and it keeps the white balance locked for the whole shoot. And once you get to the next location or you turn the camera on and off and on, the white balance lock has been reset and you have to lock it again. And on drones, I first use auto white balance and then switch to manual white balance. So the auto white balance settings will stay consistent. Because the more consistent your footage looks when you shoot, the easier it is to get a clean, beautiful look later on in color grading. In Adobe Premiere, my color workflow is pretty straightforward all the time. First, there's the color conversion. So I turn that flat footage into a more natural base image. Second is the color correction, where the clip gets balanced. So I fix slight exposure mistakes or build a more contrasty or less contrasty look that I imagine for this clip. And last, there's color grading. That's where I actually shape the mood, the actual feel of the film. That part is most fun, but if you have lots of footage from the same location, and especially with mixed cameras, drone, camera, action camera, getting to that desired look can take longer than you expect. And that was exactly that point why Imagen Video got my attention. Now, all the 3 different steps that I just told you, imagine they could be done with AI and save you lots of time. And what I like about Imagen Video is that it's not trying to replace you, it's not trying to replace your style or your taste. It's also not trying to tell you what your film should look like. It's helping you to get a stronger starting point based on your style, your LUTs, and your footage. And that's so cool because I still want control. I want my final image to look like mine. But I also don't want to spend forever trying to get all the clips into the same neighborhood before I can even start being creative. And this is the big pain point that Imagen Video tries to fix. In the app, you can create a new project and select your style. You can browse through quite a few styles. And then you choose your editing app, which for me is Adobe Premiere, but they are finally also available on DaVinci Resolve. And then you just choose your project file and your sequence for Adobe Premiere. And this sequence will be uploaded to Imagen Video. And also you can select different LUTs that you want to use. So if you have, for example, specific log profiles, like a Lumix log profile in your footage, you can just select a V-Log conversion LUT that you input there and it will use it. And that's something that's so beautiful. You could either give Imagen the full control and do just what it thinks, or you give it some input with your own conversion LUTs, with your own creative LUTs. And this is this creative freedom that I'm still looking for in a software, and Imagen Video does it. Depending on the size of your footage, it will take some time to upload the videos to Imagen. But after it's done, you can just open your Adobe Premiere project and your clips are just graded. That's it. And when that's done, there's still 3 things that I mainly like to control to adjust the style to really exactly match my vision. First, natural color response in general. Do all the colors look natural and like I want them to look like? Mainly this is for skin tones, because on some drones, skin tones can tend to be more reddish, and you just have to keep this in mind. But with Imagen Video, it's never been a problem, and I didn't even have to fix that. Second, highlights. Do bright areas still feel controlled, or are there areas that start looking overexposed? That's what you could easily fix. And then, of course, the camera matching. Like, if I cut from Lumix to drone, does it still feel like the same film? Now, who is this for? I think this kind of tool is especially made for creators or filmmakers who shoot a lot. Especially if you're working on travel films, documentaries, client projects, weddings, or anything you're dealing with lots of footage. I mean, if you love crafting every single frame hand by hand, you could still do that. But if you want help getting to a cleaner starting point while maintaining your overall style, Imagen Video becomes really helpful. My honest take, this tool actually fits better into a real workflow than you'd imagine. It doesn't replace your style, your taste, it just saves time. And honestly, that's the kind of AI that I find exciting. Not the kind that just makes everything for you and tries to take over your life. Now, if color grading is one of those steps that keeps slowing you down and you want to see if Imagen actually fits into your workflow, check out the link below. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and like if you want to see more like this. Happy editing.